I'm Dr. Sarah Mundy, a consultant clinical psychologist and author of Parenting Through Stories. So I started studying psychology back in the 90s and was absolutely hooked because I've always found people really fascinating and I've been so privileged to make a living by talking with people. After I completed my undergraduate degree, I did a master's in forensic psychology, after which I did my doctorate in clinical psychology, graduating from UCL in 2004, so 20 years ago. Although I'm originally a Londoner, I have now lived and worked in Cornwall since qualifying. I've specialised in working with children and families, and I draw mainly on attachment theory. My model of practice that I use, my model of therapy, is Dyadic Developmental Psychotherapy, so a bit of a mouthful, but it's a model where we work together with parents and children, often with early trauma, early adversity, with a focus on helping children feel safe and secure with their new parents, with their adoptive parents, with their carers, and to work together through some of the trauma that they've experienced. Alongside my clinical work, I've also written a series of children's books and a parenting handbook, and the children's books and the parenting handbook. So the reason for writing these stories, apart from it's really good fun to make up rhymes for little children, is that I felt that children's voices were often just lacking within parenting literature, particularly in the early years. Because advice about parenting young children felt much more doing to rather than working with. And I knew that as a psychologist, it's much easier to learn and make changes when we understand what's going on for us. So we need to support emotional understanding and make meaning of our experiences, and this just can't happen too early. The earlier we get involved in supporting children's emotional well-being, the healthier they'll be. So my children's stories help young children and their parents connect with each other and together explore feelings and behaviours about a range of normal developmental experiences, which can be quite hard for both parents and children to manage. So this includes anger, bedtime routines, separation anxiety and potty training. The accompanying parenting handbook provides a background to the stories. It talks a bit about children's emotional and behavioural development more generally, and gives parents some additional ideas to put into practice in day-to-day parenting. So my stories, Bartley's books, are interactive. They've got little prompter questions found under flaps. This is designed to help children explore not just the characters' experiences, but also their own. It gives space for them to talk about what's going on, to talk with their parents about it. They're couched in psychological theory, which I've learnt about and used with families over the years. This includes my favourite model, the PACE model, and I'll talk about this in one of my reels. And I'm just delighted by the feedback my stories get from both young children and parents.